second time. Before you could guess, a little bit late stream, mainly because we didn't start. So Shoot may be still here. He's going to be here around 9s, so he'll be here. Joining me on this one-off special occasion is the Academy driver and hopeful upcomer, the one, the only, Thomas the Tank Engine.
Hello, and thank you for my quite an unusual introduction there, my fellow commentator. But yes, hello, we are at Oschersleben GP for the GT3 race, round 2, with Group 2. So this is the Friday race, not the Tuesday race, and today we have a whole bunch of different cars hopefully competing at a 47 lap race. Considered a sprint race, not an endurance, but nonetheless, definitely an action-packed race nonetheless.
Indeed. So we've got a lot of drivers. We've got Red, Wolf, Dan, Dark Aussie, Solitius, MKG, Mav, Mamad Sam, Playboy, and Dan. Here, should we look at many cars here, of course. Unlike Group 1, we've got absolutely none of the BMWs, which is surprising, isn't it?
Yes, very surprising, considering the fact that Group 1 is mainly consistent of BMW Z4s and 12Cs. This group's actually got a bit of variety to it.
Indeed it has. So as an upcoming racer yourself in this Gavra League, excited to see the big boys drive around live?
Yes, yes, great to see some of the competition that I most probably will be facing later in my Gavra career. Definitely. Whether I get to GT3 in time is yet to be seen, but nonetheless, I'm very excited to be watching these silver-graded drivers drive around a very technical track in very technical cars.
Indeed, your mic audio is actually perfect as well, which is also very good. So, +1 for that. You managed to get your mic audio perfect. That's just we can do that.
So most drivers just finishing their out laps and going on to their first flying laps. Probably still trying to get their tyres warmed up to their optimal temperatures and their brakes getting up to their great temperatures, providing the best braking force.
Indeed, as I go and find the live stream on the old Tinternet.
And we have our first lap time set by the Wolf Paradox at 1:28.1. Not a bad first lap. Definite chance of some sub 1 minute 28 for sure.
Indeed. Hello Rip It Up joining as well in the chat, as I can do that. Get to the stream if I should connect, be fine. There we are. So using the official Gavra app as well here, which is good to see. I've got many things going. Got the stream up on that side, got my phone up. There's a lot of things. I'm just looking through. Hey, it stops me having to press L2.
Sorry about that. We've still got one driver in the pits. That's Playboy. Not sure what he's doing. He might be making a few adjustments to his setup, but nonetheless, we got 25 minutes or so remain of this qualifying session, and then we got our 5-minute warm-up straight after. So plenty of time to make those few adjustments.
Indeed, just catching there on our end there. It's sort of Dark Aussie spun at the last corner there, or something. It was pointing the wrong direction, so I presume a half spin on the curb. Of course, this track, if you don't remember this track, it's famous for a certain word, and it's whoever made that corner should be taken into a dark room and beaten. If you don't know,
and we already have our first 1 minute 27 set by Red 15 to be exact, a 1 minute 27.751.
Indeed. Indeed, to anyone in the chat as well, just asking for a quick audio, so as Rip It Up. So now, is we sounding in sync on the audio? Is it good between me and Ethan, our good old fellow commentator? As I sit down, so I can have a look at the stream on that end, put my phone on charge. It's fun as it reaches 9 o'clock UK time, 10 o'clock in the Netherlands and other places in the universe. France, Germany, Saudi Arabia, Japan, America, Canada even, wherever you are. Thank you for joining us in this beautiful, beautiful German afternoon here. As we watch Solitius coming down into the braking zone. Crystal, mate, it's a good. That's some good. Thank you for confirming that. Our good old Rip It Up who is like a little track person as well. Racing. So as we look, Dan Speed coming out of the pit lane in his, I think it's a one-off of, I'm not sure he races in, he does race in here. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, Dark Aussie's just come into the pits. He looks like he's got some front end damage, so he's probably come in to repair that.
Yep, indeed. Of course, did definitely hit the wall there out the exit of the last corner. Now, a few things about this track. Just want to remind you here. Third last corner is a bit of a glitch. You can run off the track. There is no gravel there. So if you see people running off there and you think, why aren't they slowing down? It's because for some reason the gravel doesn't exist. Because for some reason you can program.
Considering the fact that these are experienced drivers, you'd be thinking that they wouldn't be abusing the track limits. But obviously mistakes can be made, but nothing forceful should ever happen.
Indeed there. So, Red currently quickest, Solitio second, Wolf third, Maverick fourth, Dan is fifth, Mama Sam sixth, Dan Speed will be seventh. There's an improvement, I think, for someone there who improved. I think Maverick improved.
No, it was MKG.
Oh, got a spinner. To interrupt you, got a spinner. That's one of the McLarens down at the third last corner, spinning it around there.
We've also got Dan Speed going quite slow there. He's probably still in his outlap, or just slowing down to let a car go by. I want to just note that the number 6 car of MKG SX Dub Club has also got some front end damage, so that's probably going to affect his aerodynamic efficiency, slowing him down through some of the more technical corners.
Indeed, just going to give you a quick hot tip on the spot here about the driver names. You can just break it down into MKG and like Dan with a Z, because there's 2 Dans, etc.
Yeah, sure.
Just help you there, and of course Wolf is just Wolf, who's on the grass as well, doing an interesting grass cutting method in the Audi. Still on the grass. There we go. Letting one of the cars. That is the number. I can't see it. It's too quick. But Wolf's driving the number 18. Beautiful car. Same livery as he goes go-karting as well. He loves the black and green. Indeed.
I'm just rather interested. Out of like in the entire series, Group 1, I think it was Cashnet who set the fastest lap was a 1:27.0, and Red 15's only off it by a couple of tenths of a second or so.
Indeed.
Close racing, that's for sure, at the moment.
Indeed. Well, Wolf continuing his hot spree of things. It's really impressed me currently from the fact how struggle he has in connection. Currently in 4th, only 7 tenths off compared to the others who I don't think set laps. Where is Maverick coming through? Where is he? Last few corners? Nope, he is coming through the first sector.
We have 3 cars that currently haven't set a lap time, that being Dan Speed, Dark Aussies, and Playboy.
Yep. No, Dan Speed was going to refuse that and set a lap. It's A for slow lap. Hasn't got a setup here. He doesn't really tend to do setups for some reason. It's very odd indeed.
That is a very odd system, that. You would have thought that a setup would have been very beneficial. You could clearly see Red 15's obviously utilising the setups, but Dan Speed's definitely going to suffer during the race if he hasn't got a setup. Pace is a key factor in sprint races, and if you haven't got that pace, you're going to suffer for sure. He's just moving out of the way there for someone, I think, or he's, yeah, that'd be the Wolf Paradox in his Audi R8.
Yep, good old Wolfie.
Who's on a fast lap.
Indeed. Dark Aussies has gone off. Where is that? It's the third last corner. Spun it into the Armco there. Get the car back in gear.
That's going to be some damage for sure there.
Yep. Of course, running here without full damage, so the little damage on the front won't affect him too much there. But he's crashed. What's it done? He's crashed into the wall again. Having a big problem.
Playboy's also just gone off there after the little chicane before the main straight, well, the back straight. So there's a bit of damage there. He's in the pits. Dark Aussie's still struggling to get back on the track, it seems. There you go. He's got his car into reverse now.
Kimmy's found his way back to the track. On the grass, but nonetheless, there, and I do believe Soup will be joining us in a little while. However, don't quote me on that. We do hope so. We've got, how long have we got left in this session? 19 minutes, so plenty of time. If Soup can get here, that would be ideal. If you can't, that's a shame.
Gonna ride on board with Downspeed, who's just come out the the left-hander, 90-degree, coming through the U-shaped right-hander, then coming out onto the little short straight, coming up to the left-hander hairpin, dropping down to about second or third gear, about 60 miles per hour, hugging the apex as much as you want, and then slowly putting your throttle back on, and then making your way down to this little left-hander kink, followed up by another little kink, and then a quick sharp right into a little more U-shaped thing. I don't know what these corners are called because I'm not too familiar with this track, but oh wow, let's just get on with it.
Yep.
Going that down to this little chicane.
Flat out nearly
Careful
there.
the track limits.
Oh, he's gone off.
Oh, he's gone off.
It's an easy thing to do. Hit the inside curb there, bouncing right onto the outside, and you can see there, running aboard of him I was. Lost the rear end.
That's the disadvantage of running no setup, but obviously his spring rate is not that great. Well, his springs are not obviously...
To interrupt you, I'm pretty sure he has actually got a setup, of course. I'm pretty sure he just got one quite quickly as well.
Might need to adjust the springs a little, just in case he hits those little sausage curbs on those curbs there, because they can throw the car off really badly, and that can obviously end with catastrophe.
Indeed, just referring to Rip It Up. The new commentator, of course, is just a one-off, of course. We're just testing here. He will be in the academy, of course, though it'd be nice to see him joining me in a few of the races. It is Ethan, of course. Good old, really old friend of his. Downspeed running extremely well again. Keeps it on the track. Indeed, but it is Ethan here. I'm pretty sure. I'm 100% sure. Dan was racing in the other group this week, I'm pretty sure, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was racing on Tuesday in the IRF, well, or the Porsche, if you want to call it that, but he was racing in Group 1 for sure, definitely.
Yeah, indeed. I think everyone's almost at that time. Playboy hasn't actually.
He's just coming out of his garage, to be exact. So far, he's only set 2 laps.
Indeed, as a Rip Up saying, we've already made a good team. Buddies. Yeah.
But the maximum amount of laps set at the moment has only been 7. I would have expected to see a bit more there, considering the fact that we got 16 minutes and 40 seconds left.
Indeed. Well, of course, these drivers just setting their things. Quite good to see as we got Madman Sam flying down into the penultimate corners here. Get a bit wide there. Don't mind running a little bit too wide there, but the curb spinning off there into the penultimate corner. Big slide on the rail there as it snatches out, then breaking down a few gears into first, into this last corner, 50 miles an hour, of course. Up 60, then switching up the gears to cross the line. It's going to be around about a 1:28.7, 28.2. That's no improvement on his lap. He was a little bit down, of course, but it's third. So actually, to my friends, it's your boys joined us. It's Soup.
Is there time and is there space?
There is loads of space, and there's another, like, how long? 15 minutes.
I don't know if this is a glitch, but for some reason all the cars...
Yeah, ignore that. Yeah, it's the thing's broken.
They never bothered to fix it.
This is also very weird. Soup, can you turn your mic up a little tiny bit as well? Because
well, one thing I know for sure is that they're all running with hardly any fuel in their tanks for the maximum weight efficiency to get the best times out.
Yep. Indeed. Just gonna say, Ethan, you possibly turn your mic a little bit down, actually, so I can hear Soup balance a bit more.
Yes, sure.
How's my balance?
Yep. And Ethan, you speak.
Is that better?
Yep, that's better. 100%. And Rip It Up, who's in the stream, who's listening again. Sound any better from that little section there? We'll wait for that response. Oh, there was someone off then. Who was that? That was Contact. I heard a big loud bang. It's probably no one. Playboy still hasn't set a lap time yet. Indeed, though, you're lucky. We delayed by about 10-15 minutes.
Oh, Madman Sam's just jumped up to second place with a 1:27.711. Split in.
I did neglect to mention it. Easy Boy.
Easy Boy, eventually getting in. Indeed, Madman Sam, indeed, as you said, second place. Good lap by him. Splitting the Corvettes, who are currently 1 and 3rd. Wolf, 4th. Maverick is 5th. Solitius, no. Maverick 6th. Dan Z, 7th. MKG, 7th. What? Dan Speed is 8th. Dark Aussie 9th. And Playboy is 12th.
Dark Aussie is running with a lot of damage on his car to the rear. So aerodynamic efficiency is going to be on the low side, which is obviously going to affect his times a lot.
Solid is going off at turn number 2. Another little thing there is also a little glitch there, of course, with the damage. Sometimes it doesn't tend to amend itself. If you hit the wall, you tend to have a lot of damage.
That could be a glitch.
It is a glitch.
Oh, it's Oschersleben. Oh no.
Yes, the track that we all hate.
Yep, it's the corner.
Oh, that bloody first corner.
Whoever made that corner should be taken to a dark room and beaten, is the comment there.
Beaten with a stick.
Well, the Wolf Paradox, 1 minute 27.999. Couldn't have been more exact.
Well, that is true.
And then Red 15 at 1 minute 27.222.
Indeed, like I do remember, Wolf is just called Wolf.
Well, know for sure the boys are loving their recurring numbers.
Oh dear, God, Wolf's lagging. Is he? Nope, it was just someone joining.
How long will he last?
No, I think, did he just join?
Well, we have 12 minutes and 50 seconds left of qualifying, so hopefully he's going to stick around for that amount of time and hopefully for the 5-minute warm-up session.
Indeed that.
Well, I'm in, and I'm scrolling through. And notice a particular thing about this group. There's quite a lack of BMWs.
Yeah, there is no BMWs.
There is no BMWs.
There's a strong force of American cars.
There's this guy in an AMG Gt3 called Evildragonxxl, and there's a Bentley here as well.
And there's also one McLaren. Playboy.
And one Aston Martin.
Yeah, the field mainly consists of Corvettes and Cadillacs.
Oh, MKG, big spin there. Where is that? That is down towards the last 2 corners. Massive spin. Lucky to keep it out of the wall there. Flick spinning the car back round to the last corner. Good car
one thing I do remember about this track is through the last little section there, there's a curb with a gravel runoff that appears that you can't go up, but you can. You can use all of it. And it's a little cheeky little exploit. Oh dear, MKG.
Yep, if you don't know what corner we're talking about, see if we can find someone going towards there. On board of Playboy here. You'll see coming into the apex here. Now, if you can run right completely off the track there, on the right, there is no gravel. That gravel doesn't exist as he actually uses that nearly. He's in 6th, so doing a good job coming through the last corner. We're not on a lap either, I'm pretty certain.
As I previously mentioned, these guys are running with silver licenses or even above, so they should know their track limits. So we shouldn't see too many people running off wide there and abusing the glitch.
Indeed. Well, most people don't really know about it, indeed. To interrupt Soup abruptly.
Well, unless we're talking about... unless we're talking about Sonoma, then we can ignore track limits.
And we can ignore Wolf's track limits through the last one. It was on the gravel, it was completely sideways. However, he's in 4th. Can he improve? The answer to that is a grand answer of... No. No, he can't.
In fact, I think he's gone back into his garage.
Yep.
And Dan Speed's also in there.
Playboy on track. Now 28.7. That is decent. First sector there by the McLaren. Let's see what the second can do. Indeed, I have got the timing app up as well, so you can do the same if you really wish.
Well, my phone's dead.
Yep, well, it's glitched out again.
Wolf Paradox, I think he's just crashed it on the pit exit. The pit exit is a bit deadly. In fact, he's reset his car and he's coming back out the pits.
Indeed.
That's embarrassing.
Well, I'm pretty sure, Soup. Didn't it happen in the previous season around this track?
It did. Madman Sam actually did it. Forced himself to go out. Now, Playboy's on a very good lap, can I just say.
Yep, last corner. 37 is, I think, also quickest.
This is going to be good for second, I think.
They might be first, actually.
Let's see. It's third.
3rd place. So he's put Sol Solita down another place into 4th, to be exact. And there's not much of a difference between him and Wolf.
And not much difference between him and Sol Solita. There's about 200ths of a second there separating them.
Maverick spinning through turn number 1 there. But keeps it together.
Well, Red 15, he's set a 1 minute 27.133.
And I believe he's improving. He's set a 28.5 for a sector there.
He's not far off Kashnit's lap time from Tuesday.
Indeed, and a Corvette is impressive.
Indeed, also just going to apologise to anyone on stream who can hear a dog bark, if you can, in the background. That's not mine, it's next door's being noisy, as per usual.
Dark Aussie's a bit off the pace here, 1 minute 31.917.
Indeed.
Yeah.
4.7 in the McLaren.
Oh, Dan.
Sounds
there was a Cadillac stopped at, that was down with a Z. He was stopped on the exit of turn number 1.
Car off of turn 1. There's a car off of turn 1 indeed. That's Solitius has parked it there. Gets it back in, just as you say. Bit lucky there. Wasn't involved. That was ruined.
Oh, Dark Aussie's spearing across the track.
Yeah, he's going to want to be very careful.
Almost took Red 15 out. That was very close.
Second time he's done that then. Gets on the curb. That curb's an easy one there. Spin off. So
Dark Aussie's not having a very good qualifying. He's 4.7 seconds off the fastest lap time, so he's going to need to pull something out the bag to get this pace up.
Now, if we remember back to Laguna Seca, Dark Aussie's actually led the first couple of laps with the humongous accident that happened there.
So anything can happen here, even if you're a McLaren Honda.
And there is Madman Sam setting a good first sector, but Red 15 instantly beating him, so Red 15 benefiting from the slipstream off the McLaren ahead.
Yep, as Playboy running a bit and spinning, as I say, was keeping it on to Karak and is in the pits.
So let's watch McLaren and Corvette through that wonderful little left-right section there. Good camera shots as they run through there, I must say.
Cool. Looking at
Wolf Paradox there, a bit abusing the track limits a little bit there.
Got a tank lap up and sideways through the last two corners, running a wide there. That's very wide.
Yeah.
Gets through.
Oh, Red 15 off.
Yeah.
Chucks it in the pit lane. I think this is going to be an improvement for Madman Sam. This is good.
Let's see what Wolf. He's not on a lap. Never mind.
Madman Sam across the line. What can he do? Can he get himself a little bit closer? The answer is yes. About a tenth.
4.
Got a little bit more way to go to catch up to Red 15, who in fact is coming up the pits, I think.
Yeah, he is.
Yep,
he's just waiting to let Madman Sam ahead.
Yeah, and he's got a Cadillac behind him, I think, of Dan Speed.
Yeah, Dan Speed, I didn't actually expect to see him here. He must be filling in for Razy, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is correct. Madman Sam running wide, almost joining what Playboy did there ahead of a bunch of two cars. You got the Caddy and the Corvette.
Dark Aussies is having a hard time in that orange McLaren. He's a long way off what's required. 2 seconds off the guy in front. Almost 5 seconds off the leader.
Oh, Madman Sam, tank slapper.
In what theoretically is a faster car, but the Corvette is really looking sharp here today.
Showing its dominance.
Indeed, well, it is a McLaren. It's a Corvette on top right now, followed by 2 McLarens and a Corvette, followed by an Audi and 2, well, it's mostly American cars here.
Yeah, gonna interrupt the British. Wolf, can he improve? Third, straight to third.
Yes, he can. Good stuff from Wolf.
There.
Now,
not much between him and Playboy.
And spins at turn 1.
No, he's still fine.
Big
he held it. No, and
down
speed up the second. Look at that from the Cadillac.
That is an absolute amazing lap there. The American cars showing their dominance in the European circuit.
That is a stunning lap from the Scotsman. Now the Cadillac is not an easy car to handle, and he's just put together a surprisingly good lap. I must say, he's quicker than a McLaren.
And the McLaren seems to be a little bit off the pace today.
Indeed.
Well, there's not much between them. There's about half a tenth, maybe.
Indeed. Well, saying that, Luke, to interrupt you as per usual with my beautiful interrupting skills. I'm pretty sure these cars, the Cadillac's got as a car off Madman Sam is parked in there. The Cadillac, I think, it's got a shorter wheelbase, hasn't it, than some of the other cars?
Let's have a look. Actually, let's compare it. It has got quite a short wheelbase. Corvette definitely longer.
Yeah, the Audi as well, very short.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, quite short. So that might benefit it. But he's really outshining the other Dans, the 2 Dans running in the Cadillacs. But he's really outshining the man in 8th.
I think 3rd just then. Yeah, 4th. Solitius is up to 4th in the Corvette.
Good lap. But he's setting a really good first sector. That's a 28.4 in the first sector for down speed. So, great stuff. And considering he never drove the car before he even got here, it's quite incredible that he's able to do this.
Maverick going quite slow there towards the pit entrance. Whether he's coming or not, I don't know. I think he's just letting Playboy through.
Yeah. As Dan Z again running wide. Where is that? That is coming out of the second corner there, coming down towards the long straight past what I'm going to call the Creek View. And oh, Jesus Christ.
Dan Speed invalidated lap.
Must have run wide or cut a corner maybe.
I think so.
Dark Aussies, 2 seconds off in the first sector. The second sector, though, I think is decent, isn't it?
That's still 2 seconds off.
So he's 4 seconds.
No.
Does he improve?
No.
I think the MR drivetrain cars like the Audi and the 12C are going to be suffering a little bit here with their obviously immense torque compared to the Chevrolet and the Cadillac. Obviously their tyre wear is going to be a little bit more severe, so the amount of grip they're going to have coming out these sharp technical corners is obviously going to be different compared to obviously the other cars.
Well, we've seen the two Dans. Well, probably more Dan with a Z. He's very good on his tyre wear, even in this Cadillac. We've seen his teammate Razy pull off some great strategies, one-stop strategies to get himself on the podium. So let's see if Dan with a Z can do the same thing. But down speed looking really, really sharp in that Cadillac right now.
Dark Aussies, speaking of him, he's done a 131.4, so a little bit off the pace, but it's definite improvement.
Yep.
Yep. He's within the realms, at least.
Just about keeping it on the track with a bit of lag. Doesn't seem to be quick in the first sector or the second, though, knowing me, he won't improve.
Car running off right there. They look like a Cadillac.
There is literally nothing between Wolf and Solus there. That's a couple of thousandths of a second between them there.
6
thousandths.
Yeah, 6
6 thousandths of a second is all that is.
Dan Speed going into another hot lap, I think.
Well, 1 minute 40 seconds remains, so most cars will be coming to their last laps.
This is his last shot now. Well, he might have another chance, but let's see if he doesn't
right now.
bottom the lap.
That's
Let's see.
Be extremely quick from Dan Speed then, isn't it?
I think Red 15 is coming under the impression that he's got this in the bag, but not everything's going to be over. Someone could pull off something in the last seconds.
Yep.
And I'm particularly looking at the man in the Cadillac.
The only one can technically improve right now. He's across the line with 3 seconds to go. So if he's going to beat pole, he needs to set the best lap he can possibly set.
In a car that feels like a brick.
Getting every apex, getting every bit of corner correct.
Well, his first sector is a bit off, so this isn't going to be
he's made a mistake.
Unless he had a little bit of a tank slapper there, but if he keeps it together and gets across the line, he could have another shot. Let's see. It's going to be really tight. Through he comes. This won't be competitive, but let's see if he can snatch pole. It would be quite a story if he could. Even where he is, it's quite incredible that he's got a Cadillac there.
Down.
It looked like he got the apex. He got the apexes through that chicane absolutely to a T. So he's set up perfectly there.
Yeah, he has been quicker through there though. So this is
a little bit wide.
That's cost him.
Yeah.
That'll be that 10th. All it makes.
Okay, it's going to be a run for the line. I think he's going to have another shot. I think he will. Yes, he will. There's 4 seconds left. No, he's not going to do it.
Didn't improve.
Red 15 is your pole man. Dan Speed in the Cadillac, an amazing second. Flayboy 3rd, Madman Sam 4th, Souls Leader 5th, Wolf Paradox 6th, Maverick 7th, MKG 8th, Dan with a Z 9th, and Dark Aussies rounds up your top 10 in 10th position. So quite an amazing qualifying. And now we've got 4-minute warm-up, or 5-minute warm-up until we go for lights out.
And away we go.
Some very competitive lap times there. I'm sure the 47 laps are going to be very intense, considering the fact 47 laps is considered a sprint race.
Yeah, Wolf's the only one coming out on track. Everyone else in the garage. So the only Audi is qualified 6th. We know Wolf can be quite quick off the line, as we've seen in previous Grand Prix. Specifically the previous one, where he launched off from 2nd place and led for a little while until, again, his McDonald's Wi-Fi happened.
Indeed. course, it's a real running joke if you didn't know. It's a really old joke. I'm pretty sure if anyone who used to watch, or at least to know Wolf from back in GT5 days, it's a little joke I had of him was like, I used to say he lived in the upstairs of McDonald's because of how shoddy his Wi-Fi is. We talk about shoddy Wi-Fi. He is lagging as we speak.
He is.
So let's not prey on Honda's reliable McDonald's internet today. Though,
Well, since we have a bit of a break going, I'm going to take a quick comfort break.
Yep, get a bit of PG tips and other related, drink related stuff. So,
yeah, should be an interesting race, I hope.
Indeed, well, at least you got in this time, Soup.
I did. I got home on reasonably on time.
Yep, go on. We did delay by 15 whole minutes, so you're lucky there.
Oh, well, that was because someone messed up the lobby.
Twice.
So now we're going to see Wolf coming down the main straight. He will be practicing his starts. So pulling into his grid, missing his grid slot.
Yeah, he's rears on the grids. I'll give him that. One of the few drivers that does it.
Yeah, he'll just put it in gear.
Actually.
Yeah. He'll be just leaving it in gear and just launching, lighting up those rear tires and trying to control the wheel spin. And I have a feeling that the concertina effect is going to be shown to its most extreme in this first corner.
Indeed, hello to Jonah, who, if I'm perfectly correct, is the I think it's the...
Isn't that Tsuki?
Yep.
Tsuki B-Spec?
Pretty sure, and it is Tsuki.
Former Gavra Academy participant.
Gavra Academy still, technically.
Oh, Wolf's having a spin.
Wolf's grass grazing with his boiling hot rear tyres you'd have now.
Yeah.
How long have we got? 2 minutes.
In other news, your boy is a marshal now.
Yep, in other news, I'm also going to have a quick 10-second break. Well, not 10 seconds, about 20. Maybe more. Back in a second.
And Dan with his Evildragonxxl decides to come out in the Cadillac, probably feeling a little bit angry because he couldn't get that lap together as good as his Scottish counterpart.
Maverick also coming out into the pits.
Yeah, so Solita out as well. So the both of them coming out in the Corvettes. Probably trying to check. Yeah, you're right. Probably trying to see if they can actually get out of the pit exit. And as we say that, Maverick's decided he wants to park the car. But he's back in.
Probably also making a last-minute adjustments to their setups, making a little tweaks to the springs or the transmission or something.
Indeed. Looking at MKG in the chat there, who just jumped in to wish us the best luck there, and of course wishing him the best luck. Don't crash into...
Turn 1.
Yeah. I'm now betting 100 quid he crashes into turn 1 in a monstrous way, flipping over thousands of times. If he goes wide at turn 1, like... blood.
So, are we all going to make a bet? Do you reckon there'll be some heavy contact into the corner, or do you reckon it'll be clean?
Contact?
I'm not sure.
There'll be a spin. I've got a feeling it's going to be something bad.
I am going to let Evil have this start because I did the last one.
Indeed, so we get my unbroadable voice. And so you can be back on top of that. Has it been a friend?
And I will take the finish, just to say that. I'll take the finish.
We do have some very wide cars in this race. Excuse my grammar. We have some very wide cars, so it's definite we're going to have a bit of a shunt at the first corner with some of the Cadillacs and Chevrolets, but nonetheless, hopefully they get all cleanly through.
So as you come to 0, it's time for the words live commentary done by Evil, Soup, and Thomas Tank Engine. However, there's some words we need to say here, and it is grab your popcorn, ladies and gentlemen, and start your engines. It's time we go racing in Germany. And so we line up on the grid, cars flashing their lights, ready to start here for round 2 and part 2. Those lights come on. And it's lights out, and away they go. And I think everyone gets a good start. No, they don't at the back.
Down speed, look at him go!
Indeed, there's cars on the
told you
grass
good.
at turn number 1. Wolf has been squeezed off, and he's going to hit a car. He's just managed to get in. There's a concertina, they're all over turn 1. Wolf's flagging in the middle of the field.
Oh no.
Heavy contact. Nearly.
Red 15 is definitely not going to be impressed from that amazing start with Dan Speed. He's going to be on the back of Dan like an absolute rat up a drain.
Indeed, and diving as we speak, and takes the lead back.
They're going at it.
And pauses in wide. Contact at the back, there's Wolf crashing into Dan. Z.
He's lost position, so he's down to the back of the field so quickly. And now Solo Solita is trying to challenge Batman. That's Playboy, that's Playboy. Trying to go up the inside of a Corvette there. And there's Wolf, and Dark Aussie's now starting to pressure him, and that's Playboy with a penalty, it looks like. Down with his East now trying to challenge the McLaren. Shuts the door on him as they come through the chicane, and Wolf is all over the place with his internet, and he's up the inside of Dan. So I think he hit him actually.
He's up the inside of 2 people, he's now up to 8. So great stuff by him.
Meanwhile, up front with Red 15. Red 15 is going to be wanting to do everything in his power to get away from Dan Speed, considering the fact that the start Dan Speed got and his qualifying was really close to Red. So Red's going to want to do everything he can to create a gap.
Maverick, can we just say, up to 5th off the line. So great start from the other Corvette. He's now starting to challenge Solo Solita in the other Corvette. But after lap 1, it is Red 15 who leads from Dan Speed, from Madman Sam, from Solo Solita, from Maverick, from MKG, Flayboy, Wolf, Dan, and Dark Aussie's had an accident.
Indeed. Well, moving on there, Maverick having a look at the car of Solitius there, the Italian, trying to hatch onto the back of the UK.
Flayboy challenging MKG in the background. Here we go. Germany versus England.
Up the
inside, diving up the inside, and gets it done. Lovely move, shuts the door.
Left
little bit of contact. Oh, that Dan Speed ahead. He's stopped. Is that him stopped on the side of the track?
Oh dear, what's gone on there?
The Cadillac has stopped. It is dead. Engine is off.
Now he's getting going again. He's out of control.
He's going again.
Yeah, he's out of. I'd say his wheel disconnected or something. That is shocking for Dan Speed. It's such a good time in the race.
No, he's gone off again.
Oh, there's issues on the car.
Stopped.
Yeah,
he has been talking about his G29 not having the greatest issue. Well, not having the greatest performance at the moment.
Interrupting MKG up the inside, perhaps backs out of it. Good choice there. So one's right, he's going to spin in the middle of the pack, and there's contact heavy.
There's Dan with a Z, going to take 2 slots off these guys now, up to 6th.
MKG almost involved.
Dan Speed is still stopped on the side of the track.
MKG running with a lot of damage on his car, front and rear aerodynamic efficiency, and damages, and possibly internal damage is going to be at its maximum.
Is he gone? No, he's parked, so serious issues there, and in Wolf comes with heavy contact.
He's gone. Dan Speed has retired after 1 lap.
Out of this race. What a terrible start to his race. He was going so well, and now he is out at his chance of a great podium replacing Razy, but it's going to be a no score for the Cadillac here today.
Indeed.
Hello to everyone. Great qualifying lap and an amazing start.
Yeah, we salute you.
Taken away.
Indeed.
Well, Red 15 now building his gap.
Indeed. Red 15 is now got to deal with Madman Sam, Solitius, Maverick, MKG sitting up behind.
Well, Red 15's just gone off wide.
He's off.
Penalty.
Yeah, he's got a penalty. He's got a penalty. Madman Sam takes the lead. And Solo Solita now 2nd. Maverick will follow into 3rd. He's lost 3 positions, 4 positions even. 3
That's
positions.
Going to throw Red 15 out of his sync. He's been performing quite well. Now that that penalty has occurred, he's going to be out of sync and wanting to get back into that rhythm that he was in before.
Well, now Madman Sam's going to try and build a gap as much as he can. Maverick's now trying to challenge Solo Solita in the other Corvette. He's been following him for a while. I think he might be lining up and moving to turn 1. If he gets his exit right, he should be able to do so. Gets on the curb. Probably a bit too shallow. Probably wanted to run a bit more wide. But let's see. I think he's a bit too far back. He'd be pretty audacious if he does. I think Solo Solita's going to be looking in his mirrors though, so maybe he might have a lock up and it's going to be tight. He's late on the brakes. but not going to be enough yet. Red 15 will fall. Oh, Red 15 a bit of a tank slapper as he comes through that corner. Thought he'd lost it for a second. Flayboy in, so he's had an accident.
Yeah, no, we're paying him because he never got in from the damage, so he's finally deciding to make that pit stop with the damage from the heavy impact left.
MKG in the wall, that's him in the barrier. Down with a Z, he's going to take 5th away then.
Yep, so problematics here. Big problems for our drivers today.
Oh,
that was a corner cut from Maverick.
That was Maverick even.
That was a very, very audacious move through the corner.
Oh,
and now Mav's around!
Oh,
so Salika leads the race.
Heavy
That's going to
contact, he
favour
tapped
Red
the
15
rear.
a lot as well. So we
Got
got
on the car.
I've been disconnected.
We got a 1-2-3 Corvette lead, and we've lost the commentator. Unfortunately,
I've been disconnected.
Tragedy. Well, you can still be in. Looking back, you can be the streamable person.
Wow. Thanks,
Maverick.
TSN.
Maverick all over Sausalito's rear bumper, and his. Oh, he's going for a move. No, he's not. He's just filling Sausalito's mirrors. Red 15 looking for it. No, he's going to back off into the last corner. Applying the pressure to Sausalito, and then Maverick under pressure from Red 15. They're all over each other.
Indeed, as I'm having also now some connection issues as well. Don't do this to me. Off! In the gravel, he's gone off! They're all going off!
Oh, they've all got all major
No, it's
contact
lagging.
between all three of them.
It's lag, I think.
Oh, there is contact! Oh, Maverick's rear bumper to Red's front bumper. Keeping it all together though, managing not all to go off, but almost all went off there. Look,
yeah,
for a
1, 2,
second
and 3 running very
second.
nice and close together, all in the one shot.
Indeed.
And all Corvettes.
Madman Sam is spectating the battle going up front. If something happens between those 3 Corvettes, Madman Sam will be in contention in the top 3.
Indeed. Well, Supers, you get to have a look at this. Can you go back at the start, perhaps, and have a sneaky look, see if what went on?
I will attempt to. Let's see.
Meanwhile, MJ Club making a position up on Dan with a Z.
Yep, Red 15, however, making a look. So up the inside of Maverick, perhaps. Yes, diving! Bang!
Bit of contact, however, Maverick's going to hold the inside line.
Up the inside of Gillum here. There'll be contact
Red
if he doesn't.
15's got the lock.
Yes,
Ooh,
side by side, squeezes
clean
and
through
through.
there. Red 15's got it.
Indeed. Oh,
However, Maverick's not giving in that much. He's all over his rear bumper, and Maverick is going to want to find a way past. He's probably going to do it into this little...
Goes
it's
defensive.
very
He
tricky,
knows that.
90-degree.
Oh, he's going to the inside anyway.
You've got to be very, very careful doing this.
Oh, banging!
Lots
They
of
do.
contact. He's
That's
put
him
him a
through
bit
back.
off wide, but however, this has allowed Madman Sam to catch right up to these two as they've been scrapping for second place.
Indeed. Well, this is entertaining. Corvette leads, Corvette second, Corvette third, McLaren in fourth. Then it's the Cadillac, and then others following up suit as passing Dan Z has been passed by another Caddy, so not Corvette, should we say. So the Corvettes storming in this race here. 1, 2, 3, and in fifth and off wide. They've both gone off. This will be double for Madman Sam.
Yeah.
No,
Madman Sam, yeah, like I said, if there's an incident between those 2 Corvettes, Madman Sam would be in contention, and he's done it. He's up into third.
Indeed, Maverick almost ran up the inside again, so they didn't
What
make
happened
contact.
there?
They both ran up, he's gone up, they slowed
Red
down.
15, he's got, ooh,
What's he
penalty,
doing
or is
there?
he letting...
He slowed down, there must have been contact, so he's being very, very nice.
Very, very confusing behaviour there from Red 15.
Sportsmanlike
Yeah,
behaviour
quite
there,
strange.
let him through. There was definitely contact.
Yeah, it looked like a very strange incident there. It looked like both of them just seemed to lock up. I don't know if there was contact. There might have been. I didn't quite see there, but looking back at the
Playboy running
start,
in the A.
looking back at the start,
Very far behind.
yeah, quite. He dropped back from 6th, I think. So.
Oh,
not-
Madman Sam zipping to second.
Indeed, like you said, up the inside is Red 15.
He's not going to be able to do it there. He's
Indeed,
going to have to
whilst we
wait
have a
until
few
it's straight.
seconds. To you quickly, though saying that, we might not be. Go on quickly.
What?
About to
Bit of
start.
Focus on the
Confusion here
action, for
between
God's sake. I'll get to that.
Meanwhile, Maverick is in third, followed closely by Red 15. Soul Solita running away with the lead at the moment. He probably wasn't expecting this, but it's gone into his hands at the moment. Followed closely by Madman Sam and the McLaren Chelsea GT3. Currently, we've completed 7 laps, 41 to go.
Minus a commentator because I just got disconnected for no reason.
Minus Soup.
And Dan, who...
And Dan.
Up the inside, he'll get them here sorely. If the camera angle can let us see, side by side, up the inside. Can he do it? On the brakes. Into the right hand. I think he's through. Side by side. They're going to go side by side for this
got the
entire
inside line again.
Squeezes him off. Brilliant defensive driving there from Maverick, showing him who is the daddy.
Considering the fact Red 15 was the fastest driver on the track, he's certainly not letting him get away with it.
Red 15.
A lag going on though, apparently, for some reason.
Uh-oh. Red 15 up the inside, he'll dive, and let's see, can he get the car done? Into turn 1, they do it again, they've both gone off. Easy thing to do, but that's a bit naughty, though. He'll let him through. No, they're going to bump rear to front a few times, perhaps, before we see here. Madman Sam storming up to Solitius, though. He's already quite close, a few meters behind, or about 2-3 car left.
Red 15's made a place on Maverick, I think.
Yeah,
I was lagging out a lot.
Kind of forced him off. It was a bit cheeky, I must say.
Well,
Indeed.
saying that, Dan with his E and MKG are scrapping out, follow closely, but the Wolf is a bit away behind.
We have lost voice quality with Ethan for the current time. No, hopefully it turns. Just going to this on the screen here from Dan, so that will be Dan's speed. My force feedback went funny and started juddering. I was making a painful sound. I stopped, unplugged my wheel and tried again, but it was still happening. So, terminal issues, it sounds from the control there. Maverick
Soul Solita in 4th place, running very slow. He's got damage, he's probably hit a barrier.
No, he got a penalty.
Very weird that. I swear the last time I saw him, he did not have.
Can we just point out Soul Solita has lost the lead of this race? I was looking at the stream, guys. I saw it before you. Soul Solita cut the corner through the last sector, and Madman Sam now leads this race.
Indeed, as I was looking at something else. We always miss the action.
I'm having connection issues right now, so I'm a little bit behind.
So he's dropped to 4th. Maverick now runs 3rd.
Maverick,
Madman Sam
talking
in the lead again.
Tank slapper.
However, Red 15 hot on Madman Sam's tail. Red 15 is looking for that first place and he's absolutely hungry for it.
Solitius off again, He's spinning the rears through the long right-hander, and that is not gone wrong. There's definitely a problem there.
Left-hander. It was a left-hand hairpin.
That's the left-hander evil.
Yeah. Well, Red 15 is going to go all over the back of him, though if he does get... He's got a penalty, as I say.
Red 15 being very cheeky with the track limits, trying to find every way possible to gain with Madman Sam without trying to get a penalty.
It didn't work.
But it didn't work out that time.
Indeed, Madman Sam coming to lap someone there, actually.
That's probably Dark Aussies.
Yes, it is. Let's see if you just appear onto lap 9 right about now. The answer is Dark Aussies.
Maybe it's Flayboy, actually. Oh, it's Flayboy.
Yeah. It is Flayboy. Well, the front is gripping down, though. The two blue and yellow cars, who are different cars entirely, battling together.
I think the Wolf Paradox has made very heavy contact with a wall because he has got a lot of damage on the front of his Audi R8.
Indeed.
In fact, he's gotten off a little bit there.
MKG is going to go up the inside, I think, of Dan Z. Let's see, can he go up the inside?
I don't think he's got enough.
Not close enough.
No, he's just going to sit there for now.
They've both gone off. So both trying to break each other up, and they've both gone and suffered the consequences. Easy thing to do through the horrible first corner.
Yeah, I think Dan was anticipating a move up the inside and just went too late on the brakes and defending, but I guess he kept his position. I guess it worked.
Indeed that. So, leading this race, Madman Sam, red, second, Mab third, Solitius fourth, Dan Z 5th, MKG 5th, apparently 6th. Super's currently 7th, apparently, according to this. Dark Aussie's 8th, Playboy 9th, Wolf is 10th, and Super's now 11th as well, so he's now 2 people.
Well, going back to the start, we can see that Dan's speed absolutely rocketed off the line. I've never seen a Cadillac go that quick off the line. I've never seen a Cadillac go that quick full stop.
Indeed. It's amazing to see how heavy a car looks. The car's about 2 tons nearly. 2 tons? 2 tons? 2 tons.
Red 15 closing up the gap on Madman Sam. However, I'm not seeing that much of a push from Red 15.
Yeah,
He's maintaining a gap between them both, sorry.
And looking back as well, we can see Wolf got absolutely pushed down onto the grass. He was on the way down to turn 1 on the grass, full power.
Indeed, I was about to say I was hoping, because if that was slightly damp, or if it was Project Cars 2, I'm pretty certain that would have been an almighty stunt.
Yep, sideways into the middle of the field.
Indeed, though lucky enough on this game. Don't do that well. Red 15, talking about, as Ethan mentioned, was closing up. He's actually closing up.
Yeah, he's gained a little bit of time through that little back section. He's right on the tail. He's definitely going to be in the slipstream. Whether he's going to be able to make a move is going to be
a different matter.
Well, it's not going to guarantee. He's got a bit of a gap to create, to fill first. Sorry, not create. Don't know where I got that from. But anyways, let's focus on the action, not my stupid grammar.
Indeed. So just looking through, MKG isn't close yet to Dan Z, though he's closing bit by bit, so that'll be another interesting thing. Here, Red 15 though, in the slipstream, let's see. It'll be interesting to see, he already knows he's closing, I think perhaps looking a little bit defensive. Let's see, does he go to the inside? Not yet, so he's not feeling like he's going to do anything. No, saying that! Diving! No!
Filling the mirrors of Madman Sam, applying the pressure to create a mistake.
Indeed,
that was a very late decision.
Long way back though, if that was a hairpin, he would surely have made a move there, or contact. Of course, the wall there would have completely and utterly destroyed any chance of going up the inside. Like it's ended in an almighty
I do applaud his audaciousness though. I do applaud him for trying.
Indeed. So he's quickly looking down. Dan Z's gone off actually in turn number 1. He's spun the car nearly, though MKG's dropped a lot of speed there actually, so problems there. Yes,
Red 15 right on the gearbox of Madman Sam again. Now notice they're not taking the exact correct line through that little right-hander, but nonetheless they're still maintaining that gap between themselves.
Indeed there. So, leading away, Madman Sam, Red 15 close behind with Maverick in 3rd position.
Madman Sam running a little bit wide there off the apex. That's allowed Red 15 to get right onto him.
Ooh, very close there. Bumper to bumper.
Now, if Red 15 can get a very good run out this corner, that's going to set him up perfectly to make an attack on this first corner.
Almost thought about it before that.
Again, though, the McLaren punching a gap in yellow. This is a lot closer. Let's see if Red 15 again dives. Again has a look. Not close enough this time, though.
I'm going to sit there and wait.
Now, I'm going to say this, without that curb on the inside, surely he'll be able to make a move. He's kind of pinched there because of the curb, and of course.
However, if he catches that curb on the inside there, that's going to put his car on 2 wheels, and if he catches the ground wrong, that can send him spinning into a barrier. Madman Sam going very wide.
Though he'll get away with that. Oh dear!
However, bit of a mistake there from Red 15. It's not what he wants.
Yeah, that was surely a lock-up.
Indeed, as I was running first person, I go back to 3rd person now in this beautiful battle here. Looks a little bit to the inside there. It's harder to see the gap in the cinematic camera, as it seems there, than the actual first person. No, bit of a grass there from the McLaren. So McLaren and Corvette rolling up front. America and Britain.
Red 15 catching the sausage curve there. Don't want to do that.
Indeed. Not close enough here. He needs to be completely up the inside to make a move.
He's having a look, but
no. Almost proving. Oh, he's gone. He's
Red 15, he's gone.
Off. Spinning.
All that pressure that Red 15's been applying to Madman Sam has finally paid off, and in fact Madman Sam has actually spun round.
Indeed.
And this is going to allow Maverick to close right in.
Completely lost it there.
Yep, we'll see. It'll be interesting. With Maverick almost touching there the Americans' cars and the good old UK cars there. bunting together.
Yeah, that was it. Oh, that was a bit close, indeed. Yeah.
I'm saying that Soul Slater in the
Outside
crowd.
Maverick to interrupt to. Maverick on the outside into turn number 1. Let's see, can he do him? He's going to prism to the apex. This is going to end him off. Yep, touching.
Ooh.
So let's see.
Oh,
Up the
saying
inside
that
again.
Maverick's got the undercut.
No, that Corvette's not going to get there. He'll get squeezed off if he's not careful. However,
Oh,
he backs out
looks like he's got
bravely.
a bit of a better run.
Indeed, though drops back quite rapidly there. Maman Sam doing all his might here to keep that car, the American car, behind there. Of course, of Maverick. Following suit though, Solitius there, not too far back. So hopefully these guys can get in a battle and hopefully either go up to the leader or drop back to third. Though he's run wide again. Now we can definitely see on board here with the Corvette, they've definitely got a lot more front turn-in, if I can see, compared to the McLaren struggling through the long right-handers.
That could be down to fuel load, perhaps.
Indeed.
Obviously, of course, due to the weight distribution in the cars, obviously McLaren with the mid-engine, obviously the torque's going to be a little bit more powerful than, say, the Corvette, so obviously their throttle pressure is going to be a little bit different,
Well,
which is very crucial.
The big block V8 in the front of the Corvette would have to help
Oh!
the car grip
Sorry
the
to interrupt
fronts.
you, got a car off. MKG on the gravel there, lost it again. That's the second time he's done that I've seen there. Getting on the curb, easy thing to do there. Back to you.
Yeah, of course, the big V8 in the front of the Corvette helps push the front of the car down, so that will definitely help the turn-in, but may not help straight line speed.
Indeed. Well, Maman Sam is actually, I said he might be struggling dropping back. He's actually done the opposite and starting to pull away from the American cars. Soliti is actually going to be putting pressure on his teammate soon, and oh no, look who's in the chat. It's Bowie.
Meanwhile, a little bit further back, the Wolf Paradox settling in 7th position by himself with a lot of damage, unfortunately, to his car, but it looks like he's doing a one-man race at the moment. And Dark Just same story.
Just to address, Bowie, you've been replaced.
Yep, Solitius running wide. Maverick running wide, not Solitius, the opposite way. Solitius having a look into the chicane here. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant commitment from these two drivers here, and a bit of a slide from Maverick. Look, keeps it together on this island here in the middle of Germany. Not sure where this track actually is in Germany. Be interesting to figure that out quickly.
Yeah, it was recently used for the Porsche Cup, I think.
Yeah, the Porsche Cups come here quite often. I can't remember what track it was.
Moto GP as well, I think.
In to interrupt. Maverick pits in then, so he's not going to go any longer. He's almost in the wall there. Yeah, these cars
15 laps. I thought the cars would have lasted a little. Is that fuel or is that tyres?
It'll be tyres.
Well, I'd say
I think
tyres.
we had a disconnection.
Playboy.
Playboy
left.
has gone.
That's tragic news for him. Of course, hoping-
Previous winner.
yeah, previous winner indeed. Struggling and out this race.
Meanwhile, up front, Red 15 set the fastest lap of the race, 1 minute 27.9. That is a far more ahead than Madman Sam's fastest lap, 1 minute 28.3.
Dan Z going off again at turn number 1. These turn number 1 has been causing huge problems for these drivers. There's a weird bug on my screen as well.
That's another Chevrolet in. That's the number 6 of MKG.
Yep, MKG pits. Dark Aussie's in as well, so the McLaren pitting as well.
Oh, Maverick's out. That was a bit of a long stop, but that's usual with GT3 cars. That's given Wolf Paradox the promotion of 5th place.
Indeed, great stuff from Wolf.
So Solita running very slow.
Penalty.
That's on the back
Penalty.
straight.
Yeah, he's got
Now-
a penalty there. You'd have
Yeah,
one.
can we just address the down with he's now fourth, and we can imagine he's going to go long
Yep.
because of his situation.
Lap 27
A long
perhaps for that
stint.
car. We know he's good on those tyres.
As we always
Seems that some of the racers are not quite familiar with the track limits. Them pushing it a little bit too hard and a little bit too far.
Indeed, well, of course, this track as well, not very nice indeed. It's very easy to go wide, and of course, the carbs on this track causing huge problems for quite a few drivers. Now, As a person who did the is going to be doing the academy, is of course already driven on this track as I try and untangle my mic cord, which is the most annoying thing in history. What do you think of this track, Ethan? You've driven it a few times before, and to see.
I think it's quite nice. I've driven the Bentley around the GP circuit, and obviously, of course, for the time trials, I have to drive the BMW M3 GT4 around the national circuit. Like the national circuit, don't like the BMW, but nonetheless, it has to be done because then I can't get into the academy. But I do really like this track. I like its technicality and how narrow it is. Definitely sums up for some great action racing in all aspects of categories, like GT3, LMP3s, rookies, whatever you want.
Yep, yeah, and just catching that on the stream there, suppose if I didn't say Soup word, Red 15 did just go off there a little bit there as we were looking at him.
So, yeah. I do, I agree with Ethan there. It is quite a technical track, especially that first turn, with its 90-degree, quite unique. It's quite a unique corner, yeah. And as we are seeing today, it does provide for some close bumper-to-bumper racing, and it is quite the track, I must say. It's very, very, very nice, very technical, and very, very challenging to every driver.
Indeed, well, about this track, one thing, I like this track all but one little section. That little section is the first corner, because let's be honest, it's kind of a catches you out. It's kind of a lot narrower than you think, and then on the exit, it's even worse, because it kind of pinches it even more.
It's one of those corners that you can never, ever get fully right.
You get it.
It's just that quick, sharp left, and then quick left, right-hander straight after. So quick moves with the steering wheel, or if you're using a controller, very quick thumb movements.
And we can also say it's a very tricky pit exit here as well. Very tight.
Indeed.
Meanwhile, up front, Red 15's pulling out a very big gap. He's definitely pushing, or he's just going to start maintaining the gap.
He's 4 seconds.
Whether he's going to do 4 seconds.
Yeah, literally almost 4 seconds that lap. You can see there, though Madman Sam struggling. I think he did go off. Getting caught there by, not really TS, because that's him. That'll be, MKG, I'm pretty sure it is. MKG, you're lap down.
Either way, Red 15 is looking in great contention for a win here.
Indeed.
Yep, he is.
29 to go. And we've got a car off, and that is Dark Ozzy just parked it down at, where's that, first corner? Yep, on exit the pits. He's impacted the ball heavily there.
I'm thinking he's going to be retiring.
Indeed. What lap did he go off?
He hasn't popped it into reverse yet. Whether he's waiting for the cars to pass by, but my bet is he's going to be retiring very soon.
Indeed, he's on lap 15.
He's 3 laps down.
Time ago. Very odd there. MKG, not challenging Roman Sam. In fact, he's a lap down. Low is catching him.
Oh, Wolf Paradox into the pits.
Yep, Wolfie in.
This might be fuel and tyres.
Yeah. Could.
Oh, there we go. There goes Dark Aussies.
Yep.
So another retirement from this race.
So that's 3.
7 drivers remain, and we have 29 laps left at Oschersleben GP.
Indeed, well, I want to say 3, it's 2, but of course, the other one is the person who is still here. He's not disconnected from everything, so that's good to see. He is still just about here in the chat. It is the good old Soup.
Wolf Paradox is remaining quite...
And exits, as you say.
Saying that, he's just exiting the pits. Considering the fact that you quote that he has the quite shoddy internet connection, he's done quite well to stay here for now.
Yep,
I'm not betting my money he's going to stay.
Yes, he did do the pit lane just correct. Of course, like Soup said, that horrible pit exit, it's kind of a, not a 90 degrees, about an 80-degree corner, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the exit of the pit lane is almost 90.
Yeah, about 80.
I just draw your attention, fellow lads, that MKG is in contention with Madman Sam, who is a lap down ahead. I know that, but it's getting very close between them, and we don't know what usually happens when a lap car gets close with another car. There usually is a crash, because obviously a different pace, we don't know what could happen.
I think if he's got his money on it, he'll let him through.
Well, it seems if MKG is able to maintain this pace with Madman Sam, well, saying that, Madman Sam's just pulled quite a big gap there. A few car lengths.
Indeed. Well, hopefully, I think MKG is kind of hoping he's going to pit. I think he hasn't pitted yet at all, though he's gone off there nearly at the corner, so not running any momentum there. As per usual, as Wolf clouting the curb in the Audi there, and spinning nearly as well.
The one thing I don't like about this track is its name, because it's horrific to say as a commentator.
Ostersleben.
It's unless you've got a really good pronunciation, Ostersleben, you know.
Ostersleben.
Yeah.
Ostersleben.
Oh, come on, Evil.
Ostersleben. No?
No.
I can't pronounce it.
Ostersleben.
Ostersleben.
Either way, this very technical German circuit is providing us with great action.
Osh.
Can't fault that.
Osh.
Osh.
Lay.
Ostersleben.
Oschersleben.
Oschersleben.
Right, it's close enough.
I can't pronounce words. I mean, it's not my fault. I've got a slight lisp. Very slightly. You can't normally hear it, but I have one. I'm not dyslexic. It's the worst.
Doesn't sound like you have one.
No.
Not going to fault the fact that this track is providing us with some great action.
Indeed. Well, Madman Sam has actually, I think, got passed low by MKG now. Yeah, he has.
So he's eventually let him through.
He's got way back, actually. No, never mind.
He's gone a bit wide.
Keeps it together. No. Yes. No. Yes.
What's he doing? He needs to be
Spinning.
careful here because he is a lap down. So if he is gonna overtake Madman Sam, which he already has done, he needs to extend that gap to not get re-overtaken, because then there's going to be a bit of confusion between the two drivers, which could spark an argument.
Indeed.
Will spark an argument.
It very much will spark an argument here, we know. Of course, VAP cars are a bit of a problem. And off he goes into turn number 1. A horrible easy to do. And he's going to get blue flag if he's not careful there. Though he is pulling away, though, slightly. Indeed, well, if you are just joining us here with 26 whole laps to go, welcome to the name I cannot pronounce Grand Prix.
Oschersleben GP.
Oschersleben GP.
The one I can't, Oschersleben Grand Prix.
Close enough.
Yeah, I get away. The German Grand Prix, well, one of the many, I presume we have the Hockenheim Ring here, as Wolf has his old lag spike here with 26 laps to go. Oh, mother of God.
I'm going to take a toilet break.
Congratulations. You didn't need to know that. Indeed, if you do want to jump in the chat as Madman Sam as you speak to interrupt you there, gets a slow down penalty. If you do want to join in the chat and ask any comments, do feel free to put in hashtag #Evelyn commentator buddies. Just type
We
it in,
did
we're on
start with 12 drivers, I think it was. No, 10.
10, lost
3 already. We lost
Two.
We lost Dan Speed,
and Flo.
who set a great qualifying lap and got a blinder and started jumping straight up into first place, but sadly pulling off the track on the first lap due to steering wheel problems. Closely followed by another retirement of Flayboy in the McLaren 12C, closely followed by Dark Aussies in his 12C.
Oh, yep, Dark Aussies as well. Of course, I think Dark Aussies, not to say, he's having a torrid time this season here, struggling heavily in the McLaren.
He was 4 seconds off the pace. Maybe might be due to, like, driver problems or car performance, maybe, but nonetheless, it was unfortunate to see him go. It was unfortunate to see 3 of the best drivers go.
Indeed. Like, I can't gloat about these cars. Of course, they are very difficult to drive indeed. So we do have to give these drivers all of the credit, how hard they are to drive, of course. I'm no legend at project cars, so I couldn't really say how much it is easy, but they are very difficult and slidey.
The 12C and the Audi would be a little bit more difficult to drive than compared to the Chevrolet and Cadillacs due to where the engine's been mounted in the car and how much torque they produce. And whether, depending on what assists they run as well.
Indeed, well that's a good point actually, assist, because now I was just looking at this. It is actually quicker to run with, I'm pretty sure, all assists there nearly. I'm pretty sure bar one. I think that's
It'd be silly to be running with
stability.
traction control because that would slow you down severely in the corners.
Madman Sam in.
Madman Sam into the pits. This is probably for fuel and tyres. Has Madman Sam already pitted? I feel like Madman Sam has already pitted.
No,
so
no,
this
he
could
hasn't.
be tyres
No,
or fuels.
he hasn't pitted.
Okay then.
Because
He's done quite a long stint there. 23 laps.
Well, Dan Z hasn't pitted, I'm not sure either. Well, Radad definitely hasn't pitted because he's staying out, and in the Solitius as well. So, obviously in Corvette. And well, referring back to it, it's actually, you'll be surprised, it is actually quicker to one with the assists on, but it's by like a tenth. So it's pretty much
I'd
the
be
same.
much more comfortable running with traction control and stability control off. I'd leave ABS on because I can't stand having ABS off.
ABS in this game, if you didn't know, it's really easy to lock up. You have to pump the brakes so much to
Yeah,
get
I know, yeah, just kill my left foot.
Indeed.
I'm saying that,
Running wide as Dan there, so proving how hard it is to brake. I'm pretty sure a few of these drivers were on steering wheel. Back to you.
yeah, Madman Sam out of his pit box and going down the pit straight. He's dropped down to 5th place, which has promoted Maverick into 3rd place. Dan with a Z up into 2nd place, would you believe it or not.
Yep, Red is in the
However,
pit as well, and hit the wall in the pit lane as well. Lucky away with that move.
Dan is probably going to be pitting soon, so his 2nd place is not going to remain for long.
Indeed there. So I'm just going to pop on and look at the comments there. Barry stopped eating straw waffles there, apparently. Barry's in the chat here. Random this. Random comments there indeed. Of course, you didn't know here. This is just a random question, random point. I see. Both Barry and Soup are officially now marshals in their respective places here, so good on them. I'm meanwhile just sitting here on my PlayStation, pondering about everything and doing my immediate. There's a really weird fly in my room, and I don't know what it is, and it's annoying. Anyway, ignoring my weird fly, in comes Dan Z, like you said, Ethan, about him pitting. He is currently in. Good on there. That fly is really annoying. Sorry if anyone's wondering what I'm talking about. It's a fly in here. And it just keeps flying in my eye, and it's going to get squashed if it doesn't keep doing it.
See, like I said, Dan would be in the pit soon, and he's dropped down to 5th place.
Indeed, just like I said, pitted exactly a lap later. So let's see. As we got a car coming back. Let's see. That it's not a car. It's a person. That person is your boy Soup.
Dan's left his pit box and he's going down to the pit control line where he can start accelerating. However, he ain't going to be accelerating for long because he's going to be dropping down to 1st gear in about 20 miles per hour or something in kilometers. I don't know what.
MKG's gone looking at turn number 1, and he's could have been 6th place again, stuck behind Dan Z. Went off in the brakes.
Sorry to interrupt you. The Wolf is going very slow indeed on the racing line. Not what you want to see. He did go a little bit haywire through the left-handed hairpin and then ran a bit wide. His car's, I think he's got some damage to his car.
Just lag.
That's okay. His McDonald's internet is not.
Mechie Wi-Fi.
Yeah. There's been a massive shunt. Madman Sam and Soul Slater. Soul Slater was running on the racing line, very slow indeed. I am going to blame Soul Slater for that incident.
Indeed, that's put Madman Sam is out. Madman Sam is out this race. Carnage here, he's retired. He's going to be fuming after that one.
Ethan has broken the first rule of commentary: never ever blame anybody.
Yeah. Sorry, but I got video proof to prove that was Soul Slater.
Well,
okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
Remain impartial while on broadcast.
Hashtag
Soul Slater definitely.
Hashtag we never do that.
Well,
Soul Slater 100% at fault there. I just caught that just.
Well, you never know. He may have spun the. What did he do? Oh, whoa!
He was running slow out of the by the corner with the glitched gravel trap on the racing line, and Madman Sam was coming through at high speed, and he just went straight into the back of Sol Solita and spun round. Obviously, terminal finish most probably to the front of the McLaren 12C. How Sol Solita hasn't got rear damage to his car, I do not know. However, Madman Sam has retired, mostly in a fit of rage. I do not know, but that
and he's completely disconnected. He's completely disconnected as well.
I cannot blame him after that incident.
Yeah, well, that is, of course, Ethan is a former racer, so of course, can definitely tell a car from a mistake and a mistake from a car. Makes
well, that's
sense.
put Wolf in 4th.
Yeah, Wolf is now 4th. Of course, only got 6 left now from our from the start. So that's unfortunate there, but 21 to go. Lap 26 out of 47.
So that's our 4th retirement. 6 drivers remain.
Indeed, a very poor rate, of course, though. Presume we know a few people may be getting tailed off after this. For
by a certain Kiwi, perhaps.
Yep. I can't really fault Madwell, even though it is against the rules to rage quit. I can't really blame him after that incident with Sol Solita.
Yeah, there's looking at what Sally says, which is gonorrhea. It's more like a demolition derby, or derby, depending on where you are in the world. Indeed, and it is spot on, and to rip it up as well. Frustrated as oh dear, my app's decided it wants to completely and utterly break down on me, as I'll report that back to Van Elk later on, as retirees seems to have broken it for some reason. Terribly broken.
Meanwhile, up front, Rev 15, 1 minute 27.8 is his fastest lap.
No, that was odd. Solita's cut the corner entirely. I should be able to see it on my stream just about there. Just went past.
Sol Solita is not in my good books at the moment. At the moment, he is not proven to be that great of a driver if he's causing racing incidents and cutting corners. Indeed. That's just my overall opinion. But he has a chance to redeem himself.
Indeed, he's not pitted yet, which is incredible. 20 whole laps to go here. Wolf is, let's see, is he catching?
Solita has pitted, I thought.
Yeah, no, Solita has pitted. That's what I meant. I thought he was going to pit again then because of the damage. He hasn't. Wolf's catching.
Yeah. A bit of McDonald's internet has made an appearance.
A bit of Mackie lag.
Mech lag.
I'm going to call that Mackie lag from now on.
Mackie lag. MKG, meanwhile, still stuck behind the car. I'm going to say this. They've got that's very odd, almost the same livery with the blue and yellow. It's just like you can't make it up.
A hint of purple pearlescent in the rear of the Cadillac, but still quite similar liveries.
That's it. Well, could you get in? Yep, very easily. They both nailed the corner almost perfectly. You can see where everyone's gone off there at turn number 1 with all the grass being removed. As we look at a fence. Brilliant.
Now, Wolf, even though he's running in 4th and running quite a bit of damage, if he manages to... Oh, well, I say that. Is it that is lag? Oh, jeez.
Very bad lag.
It's a lot of lag.
Honda Wi-Fi
if he manages to maintain his pace without disconnecting, he might have a bit of a chance to get into 3rd place. Or unless Sol Solita makes a mistake, which he has done already. So, 3rd place is definitely within reaching for the Wolf Paradox. Or Wolf, whichever way you want to call him.
The Wolf. The singular Wolf. The only Wolf we know. As I turn my good old light on. And close my curtains here. What's the annoying thing is that bug that's going to bug me off all night.
It's definitely. I am safe to say that Red 15 has got a win in the bag at the moment, unless something catastrophically bad happens. But
yeah, cash.
Oh, Red 15.
You've obviously never seen Monza or Imola.
No, I have not.
Imola. Formula B. Cash disconnects on the last lap.
Oh, okay.
While in the lead. By a minute.
and over a lap ahead.
Anything can happen in racing, and it usually does.
Just to put this into simple terms, Rev 15 is going through the 2nd turn, while Maverick is coming up to the chicane with the glitched gravel trap.
Yeah,
That's how big the gap is.
MKG, I think, I'm going to quote this, mate could get past the car ahead, and is going to go past. Oh no! Yes, yes!
A bit of contact.
Yes, bang,
He can
bang,
hold
bang!
it.
Oh
He's
dear,
forced
they've
him
both
off.
gone off. Oh,
A
banging
lot of
again.
contact there.
Well, I said he was going to get past by force,
That was
but
audacious. Dan closed the door on him a
he'll
little
let him
bit.
back through. Yeah,
Oh,
good,
yeah.
good on him.
Very good
Bang.
sportsmanship right there.
Very, very big
Yeah.
sportsman. That's a plus in the books of Razy here. No, he's going to
Yeah,
try
well,
the inside again.
MKG is races in AOR as well, I believe, so he's well used to it.
Yeah, he's well used to knowing the consequences of doing silly things, and of course, sportsmanship there, just like I would as well, letting people through there. And good, and very
Yeah,
good
you would,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, well, oh, he's spun. Oh, he's gone and spun it as well, hasn't he? Oh, I thought he was going
Red
to get
15
past.
slowing down a little bit there.
Yeah, perhaps a see the second times. Oh, very wide there. Though
Well, I
saying
just want to
that,
bring to
he's miles
want to
ahead.
bring to attention his newest best lap at 1 at 27.5. He is 1.6 seconds faster than Maverick, who is running in second place.
I think he's very lucky, Red 15. I think Dan's speed would have been all over the back of him.
If Dan Speed hadn't have had those issues with his G29, Red 15 and Dan would have been at each other like a married couple.
That's a very interesting terminology I've never heard. Well, Wolf is lagging his way currently in fourth. He's 29.6 with the Mr. Perfect. Let's see, what's his second sector going to be? Is it going to be a nice number? Close enough. 34 thousandths off the perfect number. Well, we'll let him off there. Oh, good on. Well, we've also just gone past 101 comments, so 101 Dalmatians have been reached, 102. We're going on there as Barry's 100 comments is Apex Online Racing. Yeah, I think there's a timer out for that.
I think it's also safe to say that the Corvette C7R has been dominating this track.
Oh, red!
One-
Red off!
1, 2,
Spun.
3. Hello. Oh dear. Well, he's got a bit of a big gap, so not too much of a problem. However, that would have put him out of his rhythm, so he needs to get back into that rhythm in order to stay, well, to maintain that gap even.
I told you, anything can happen in racing.
And Barry's definitely getting a timer now. He's now basically just typed the actual web address in. Being the good old thing. Well, we don't, of course. We do like, of course, do Apex Online Racing doesn't say it's a good place. You just go and check it out. I'm pretty sure XMAG commentators on it occasionally, and Arab does as well. They're quite good. F1 YouTube, you should know them.
Right,
One of our own commentators
and
does
he's
that.
lagging out a lot. I'm gonna go off Wolf because he's lagging.
Lag, making lag.
One of our own commentators is AOR commentator as well. That's Alan.
Yep, who did just tell me earlier that he was do some volunteering work, so that's why he isn't here. Of course, he would have been.
He's in the middle of exams, I believe, at the moment, so
Indeed,
that's why he's not here.
volunteering. We're all in the middle of exams, actually. I think we all are. Yeah, we are. We should be.
I'm finished.
I've got basically finished. Well, I'm basically might as well be finished because I'm dyslexic and I can't do English, so you know.
16 laps remain.
Oh my laggy Wolf.
We've done 32 out of 47. This race is coming to an end, and at the moment, Rev 15 has got this win in the bag. And like I said before, something catastrophically bad happens, i.e., what happened to Cashnet. But at the moment, it doesn't look like that's going to be happening.
Unless his tyre wear gets very bad, he might have to pit again.
Well, saying that, the Maverick has just lost at least over 2 seconds there because he's ran out wide, and that's allowed Sol Solita to close the gap a little bit more.
Okay. So game's crashed, I think. No, there we go, back again.
I think I could be cheeky at my local track, being a marshal now. You know, just sneak up into the old commentary box, you know, find out where it is, and just get in there. And you know,
I don't have a local karting track.
Wolf is getting increasingly closer to Sol Solita.
You say that,
In fact,
though he was...
Sol Solita and the Wolf are on the exact same straightaway. I say that, Wolf's lagging now.
Yeah, Wolf's 6-10 down, so they're definitely not going to be closing.
Don't quote me on this, but...
Let me quote you on this, though, to interrupt you. Solitius is actually over the back of Maverick, so...
yeah,
I was just about to say that, because I didn't think you'd notice.
So,
I know that, but if
7 seconds quicker!
Just let...
Mavericks had a spin or something, surely.
Yeah, well, to Ethan, as we were interrupting him repeatedly, to you.
Yeah, I was going to say, if Maverick and Sol Solita start scrapping it out, this is going to allow Wolf to catch right up to him. Yeah, the reason why Maverick has slowed down so much is because on the last lap, he did run a little bit wide after this little right-hander after this little chicane.
Ah, yep, that'll be why then. And just going back there to Red at 29.7, so showing his dominance here. MKG, however, a 46, 1 minute 46, as we say last lap, very slow.
Can't agree with Rip It Up there more. A great performance indeed by Maverick.
Indeed, let's see if he can stick ahead.
Well, Sol Solita running a little bit wide there.
And
Maverick's pulled into the pits. 14 laps to remain. Is this going to be luck or is this going to be a curse?
Well, what it will mean is Mr. Laggy Boy Wolf is going to be in third. Unless he pits. He doesn't.
It looked like he was going to pit. So that promotes Wolf into third.
Can Wolf get another podium here? He's been on a hot streak of podiums. He could be at second if he does.
So, I'm not sure if Maverick was one of the early stoppers. Perhaps Tyra is a little worse than we thought.
Perhaps so, as we look at the number 2, apparently, according to the car's helmet, though it is the number 4 car. So, congratulations, game.
Couldn't agree with Jonah more there. LMP1 cars are very fun compared to open wheel cars, that's for sure.
Indeed.
Down with his Z going off there.
I don't know what happened to Red, though. Soup, you'll get a good insight on that. There.
Yeah, I saw that.
Very strange.
Yeah, Maverick coming out the pit exit. Is he going to bottle it? No, he's going to do it perfect with C.
I wonder, is Red falling asleep at the wheel? He seems to be kind of...
Well, we say that, though. Look at his lap time, though. 28.9, so... no.
Well, what's this pace? Oh, a second. Okay. Or...
Moving swiftly on. I think we've lost Ethan temporarily there.
Yeah, a slight little interconnection shutdown there.
A slight kink in the old rotor.
Yeah, but don't worry, it's not McLaren Honda, don't worry.
Oh,
Red 15 locking up the brakes a lot there.
Let's see, Lark.
Is he struggling?
He is definitely struggling a lot.
That's the rears. He locked up the rears, I think. That was
Has he got a problem with his car? Is his brakes overheating?
They shouldn't be overheating, though. His red tyres, though, you can be said the same. Well, let's see.
Well, for some reason, telemetry is not that great on this game, so we can't
it's broken.
tell you.
Don't even try. Don't even try.
It only works in your car and your car only.
Now I'm wondering if he's running with the brake ducts closed, because if he has, then his brakes are definitely going to be overheating.
Well, yeah,
and he could end up with a brake failure.
Well, the little thing here, though, on
needs
this,
to be very careful.
As we don't have full damage and we have performance impacting, it doesn't actually affect the car at all. So it will be fine actually having the brake ducts closed and the radiator closed as well, of course. If you didn't know, it adds a lot of speed on your car if you don't have it on. That's a little tip there. I got from Vector, he'll probably beat me up for saying that. But moving on.
Rip up, you're right there. 6 cars is a little bit of a pain, considering the fact that we did have 12, but
yeah,
I know 10 even. Was it 12 or 10? I still can't get it right.
10.
Yeah, 10.
Still, we had a decent amount of cars, but one left due to a fit of rage with another car. Well, another person. 3 retired for
Soup died.
issues.
I just got disconnected for no reason.
Yeah.
Just completely random.
Yep. Unfortunate there. Well, Red starting to drop actually now. It's a 31.4, so he's definitely dropping back. Very slowly, though. The gap is 39 seconds, so he's opened up. Thank you, game, for braking on me. There we go. It's done it again. And now it's completely lost, so there we go. No, it's... The problem I'm finding in this game is you probably can tell.
Stop trying to switch to cinematic camera when you're in the third-person mode and have the other thing switched off. Just do it when you have the overlay on.
Ah, that would be Wyland. It keeps happening to me, and it's just like always happens.
Because the game can't work out that you're trying to switch.
Wolf, off there. Kept it together and carries on his way.
Well, I guess the home crowd will be happy to see an Audi in a podium position.
Indeed, and of course,
that would definitely split up the Chevrolet dominance.
Yep.
Yep. Well, I'm just going to say, Leslie, we got Corvette, Audi, Cadillac, Corvette. So it is four Corvette. We've only got one non-American car here right now, and that is Wolf.
And that's the Audi.
I think we need to make a suggestion about the amount of cars that are allowed to race, like the amount of cars per manufacturer, because there doesn't seem to be much variety, and I think it'll just add a bit more to the action and like the competitiveness and all that.
Well, in previous kind of one-off events, there was only 2 cars per manufacturer allowed.
Indeed, perhaps going back to, of course, if you remember, you to remember, GT4, last minute, that was just
all Ginettas.
All Ginettas, and was it one car? One
Toyota GT86, and then he changed to a Ginetta.
Yeah, and it was a sad moment for all of us.
It started off alright. There was a couple of Ginettas, a couple of BMWs, and
but the Ginetta was
Toyota GT86. And the Ginetta was, yeah, it is just is. And
just like the
Red 15 goes on to complete his 38 lap. 10 laps of this session remains.
Indeed. Well, that's going back to what we were saying. Of course, the Gt3, the M3. Oh, isn't the yeah, it's the M3, isn't it? The
and M3 GT4.
Yeah, well, the GT3, should we say, is the most powered thing in GT3 class, with its speed. Won, I think, almost all races in last season.
Yeah, it did, and it was the 2 cars that were competing for the championship. That was, of course, Vector and Cash, and we always go back to that one move in Sakito. No, yeah, Sakito.
Yep, 130R.
Yeah, Sakito ran the outside of 130R.
I'm a little confused because isn't the BMW M3 well, like the BMW M3 GT3 in Project Cars is obviously classed as a GT3 car, but the actual car itself in real life was classed as a GT2.
GT2.
Yeah, when it was competing in the 24 Hours Le Mans. So they've taken a GT spec car with the category of 2, but put it in a category 3, like, so...
No wonder it's overpowered.
There's your explanation of why it's overpowered.
We though,
it's light and it's powerful.
Well, like in the Assetto Corsa, it's classified as GT2, so...
Yeah. And
Same
so is the Corvette.
The Corvette's also a GT2. The Ferrari 488 is a GT2.
Can you fit the
GT3 as well. They do have GTLM, GT3.
Yeah, what's Wolf's continued lag.
No, I thought the Corvette was GTLM.
Yeah, Corvette is GTLM. And also, for some reason, this game is GT3. However, obviously, of course, with the introduction of the 488 GTE and the 4GT GTE 2016, obviously, we're going to have more GTE cars rather than GT3s and GTE cars being mixed into GT3 categories. So many GTs.
In one sentence.
So many. Yeah. GT.
Well, you have to think, though, if they do, of course, have the one car class Mr. Ethan does want, that of course he proudly knows as his good old loyal buddies of JPTT cars. Of course, we've got a car off.
The GT500s.
Indeed, GT500 cars. Of course, it'd be interesting to see though, because they're pretty close to the GT3 spec cars. Of course.
No, they're not actually. GT500 is under. Their aerodynamic efficiency is under DTM, but they have 2-litre turbocharged engines, producing 650 brake horsepower.
Oh, off, interrupting Dan Z's. Go on, made a mistake. Maverick up the inside, get him through. Let's see, they'll make contact. Oh dear, they've both gone off.
Unfortunately, I've got the sound glitch with Rev 15, so now my ears are being destroyed.
Magnetic cars.
Yeah.
The old Project Cars thing, you just cars stick together and both go off.
Maverick, though, I'm going to say it's a 50-50 there. Though I'd be good if Maverick would have let Dan Z through back there.
In actual fact, the GT500 cars today, they were lapping as fast as the Audi R18 in 2014 around Fuji Speedway, and about as fast as the MP2 cars in this season's FIA WEC. So the GT500 cars today are actually relatively quite considering the fact the GT500 you'd think they'd have 500 brake horsepower, they surpass 650, but nonetheless they're very competitive and very fun cars, and it'd be great to see them in Project Cars 2 with the introduction of Sugo, Sportsland, and
Fuji.
I think Autopolis and Fuji and all that, all these nice Japanese tracks coming into Project Cars 2 and all that.
Indeed.
Yeah. Perhaps we might even see them in GT Sport.
Yeah,
Project Cars better.
Yeah, they'll be more accurately detailed in
yeah.
modeled in Project Cars.
Well,
no,
Red 15 leads.
Well, of course, we'll be gearing up for the release of Project Cars 2, because commentators, it's going to be a great job to have
Maverick goes
when that
up
comes
turn
out.
one.
It's going to be a great job to have when that Project Cars 2 comes out. We actually are going to be able to see a bloody start for once.
Indeed.
In proper camera modes.
Yeah, in proper camera mode. So gear up for that, lads. We'll be having some legendary camera shots, indeed.
and also, of course, with Live Track 3.0, the racing is going to get even more competitive and more strategic, obviously, with puddles forming, like, different aspects of weather and environment affecting the cars and the track. It's going to prove difficult for the drivers, but also introduce us into a different aspect of competitive racing.
We can also have a professional overlay over the top, because it'll give us live position updates and stuff like that over the top of the screen. Not like you're seeing right now. That's just kind of basic, but this will be much more detailed, much more orientated towards esports. And hopefully F1 2017 goes the same way.
Wolf Paradox running off very wide there, just changed his camera, and he was on the glitched gravel track there, running very wide indeed.
Yeah, we'll get away with that.
One thing I'd love to see in F1 2017 it would be some classic car racing.
Yeah, well, we've got the RB6, which isn't really a classic car, but we'll let it off.
It's 2010, well, 7 years old, I suppose.
I'd have rather seen the Brawn, to be honest. That'd been nice to see.
Well, if we could have races in Schumi's old car.
Yep, and Barrichello's, of course.
And Barrichello's, and
Maverick goes wide.
Senna's McLaren.
Mansell's Williams.
And there's still more to be announced.
I think Red 15 is going to be coming up. People, who is he coming up to lap? It'll be Dan with a Z.
Maverick and Wolf. So this could be a tasty here. They're all closing up. Wolf, we know, is quite good at defensive maneuvers. So we need to see.
Yeah, however, Red 15's a lap ahead, so they'll have the blue flag advantage. Whether they respond to that blue flag is a different story, but you know they should be doing that because it's a part of the rules. However, 6 laps remain, and it looks like Red 15's got this in the bag. And
Maverick! Huge impact with Laggy Wolf there. Almost. That was what has happened then?
He's
lost
the position.
That's a big impact.
That's a huge. That's a Wolf's using his sneaky tactics there.
I don't think anything can be done about that. Lag's lag. You can't do anything about it.
We can blame that on
Wi-Fi.
We can definitely blame that on Wolf's Honda-powered Audi. I've had a question. Do Audi make their own power units?
No.
In GT3 they don't.
No, I think they're... I want to say they're Mercedes powered.
Oh, that's...
No, they run... The Lamborghini Huracan GT3 and the Audi R8 run a 90-degree V10
naughty.
made by one specific manufacturer. I don't know what manufacturer that is, but I know they run the exact same engine.
And Dan Manzi's now third.
Yeah, that was really naughty there.
That was... I'm going to look back at that again, hold on.
I missed that.
There was a bit of... It may have been lagging, but he just pushed him completely off and basically...
That was not That was not fair at all.
Yeah, he's got that. No, he's
Wait,
letting the leader through.
Am I assuming Dan with a Z pushed off Wolf?
Yeah, massively.
Yes.
That was.
See, I missed that, so I'm subject to believe what happened, but I'm not going to point fingers.
Now, not to remain impartial, of course. He was lagging, so of course, perhaps not seeing where he was, but bit naughty. However, 5 laps to go. He's in third, and of course, Wolf will be a bit upset there.
Might have to rely on the perspectives of the drivers. That's a good point to make that with Madman Sam and Sol Solita. We need their perspectives of their incident, because that will provide the evidence on who is to blame for that incident.
Well, how you said it, it sounded like, well, to be honest, of course, could have got out of the way a little easier, and of course, though where it is low, it's really hard to get out of the way. Look, speed of cars through this corner. If you watch Wolf deciding how to it, he's just going to extend. I think he's rightly so. He's going to be in the pits. I think he's got damage here, surely. Is he going to come in? Yeah, in.
I'm watching the incident back right now, so Wolf's going to get on the brakes.
I've got the sound glitch for all the Corvettes.
Right, so he's going to get on the brakes, he's going to lag, and he's going to go a bit wide, and he's going to shut the door. And he's left the space, but I think there was just I don't know, hard to judge.
Indeed, as a Vector messaged me to make sure I check the map, because he's believed in Herobrine exists, and
yeah, we had a bit of an incident on something, but anyway, that's not a subject that we need to be focused on. The subject we need to be focused on is the intense, well, I say intense racing. There's a bit of a gap between every car, but we're coming to the closing stages of this race.
Well, Maverick's caught back up to Dan now, rapidly, and like...
He's got 4 laps to catch up.
And he's about 3-4 seconds. What's the gap? It's going to be 1 point. It's going to be once.
Maverick's going to need
to. That's about 2.5.
Maverick's going to need to set some Usain Bolt laps, or Dan's going to have to mess up in some way for Maverick to get that third position.
I always say to watch out for the caddies, because they always pull these strategies, and he's got himself to third, but he's now going to be under pressure from Maverick.
That's like now a 10th. He's caught rapidly. He's going to go up the inside into Tursk corner, surely here. Let's see.
A tenth of a second would be right on his bumper.
Well, there's about 3-4 attempts then. Let's see. Is he going to dive up the inside? No, Maverick's been good. Let's see. He's having a look. Low. He's going to go. He's gone so deep. He's knocked up his car. Get away with that. So car up the inside. There's banging tyres there. Front to rear. Up the inside could be a possibility. Though he's dropped a bit of speed there. Bit of a good blocking manoeuvre from Dan Z. However, we say that. He runs a bit wide again. All it. Bit of contact again. Maverick getting frustrated by the car. Bit of a weaving manoeuvre there. Pulled one way, then pulled a little back there.
Looks like he hit the rear of the car coming around the long left-hander.
Yep, having another... Yeah, he did hit the rear. Up the inside he goes. Let's see. Banging. He's not... He doesn't know where he is, I'm not sure. He's just pushing him into the apex and isn't going to get past this time. I'm certain he's getting even more frustrated now. 3.
I'm sure Dan with the Z is loving it.
I think my mic accidentally muted itself for some reason. Anyway, I'm back.
Indeed. Well, Dan Z is in 4th, and not Dan Z. Dan Z is in 3rd, and Maverick's in 4th, would we say?
Speaking of that, Red 15 is hot on the 2 of those. Yeah. So those 2 are going to have to move out of the way.
So
and that could prove... Yeah, because if Red 15 manages to split those 2, that will give Dan with a Z a bit of an advantage.
Up the
However,
inside.
if Maverick is able to... Yeah, if he's able to make that pass, that will be beneficial.
Up the inside, he will go. Banging. He's not going to get through. He's locked up. He's locked up. He's going to...
Dan's round wide. He's going to get the undercut done. He's got...
Banging.
I think he's
wide. Yeah, we'll push him wide. Did what he did to Wolfload, saying that he's going to come back up the inside, steaming.
Yeah, Dan ain't giving that up that easy.
No,
I think he's going to concede the
position.
Him a
nudge.
No,
he's giving him a nudge. He's giving him a nudge there. That's very naughty there again, giving him a bit of a bump up the rear.
2 laps remaining. I think Red 15's just going to hold back and not overtake just so nothing bad happens. That's a very smart move there. He doesn't want to screw everything over because he's putting in an impressive performance holding on to first place for the majority of the race.
Indeed. Well, to YouTube, what did you think of that off then?
It seemed a bit cheeky from Dan, perhaps. Perhaps didn't really. Maybe perhaps there's a bit of lag. We don't know, but it looks like he was just a little bit too late in the brakes. And as we know, hits up the rear tend to send you way too far off the track than they should. But yeah, well, it's interesting to see as we go on to the final lap now.
Indeed.
And it looks secure for the Italian.
Could be the rush of adrenaline flowing through him as they come to these closing stage of the races. They're all going across, well, all going beyond the line to do whatever they can to get as many points as they can.
Indeed, as everyone in the chat's bringing on Maverick there, hopefully to get a podium, though I think it could be unlikely. As that
Well,
47
Maverick's got a few supporters here.
For the lead up.
Yeah. Maverick, I don't think has scored a podium yet. I think that's why they're all cheering him on. So, either way, it's going to be a good result for him, but I think he wants that.
No, never mind. My apologies. We've got confused there with the positions.
Yeah, that's because...
Theoretically, Maverick is faster by almost 2 seconds. So if he's able to get this... If he's able to do this...
He's all over him.
Oh, he's contact!
There is a... is he holding? Yeah, he's held back.
Yeah, that was...
Pinched him. He's kind of pinched there.
Maverick is going to need to pull something out the bag, or Dan's going to have to make some sort of mistake for Maverick to have a chance of acquiring
Well, I'm
third place.
guessing, coming through the final corner right now is Red 15.
No, he's
close
not.
to it, at least.
He's behind these two on track, so
yeah, he's going through...
Oh, he's following these guys. Okay, I got you.
He's going through the chicane with the glitched gravel trap. That's what it's called from now on.
Well, these guys, well, Maverick and Dan will have one more lap to battle it out.
Indeed.
Well, Red 15 coming round the final corner.
Indeed, there's contact up ahead, so coming through the last corner will come Red 15, weaving in salute. Red 15 is your winner today. He's hit the wall. He's in the wall. He's crashed into the wall before the finish.
That's embarrassing.
That is not what you wanted. That's a bit embarrassing.
Very embarrassing.
But across the line he comes.
He didn't even get across the line.
Probably get done for that, but...
Careful. Could you imagine if Soul Sleater was right behind him?
Oh,
that would have been very, very embarrassing. All that effort gone out the window. Well, Soul Sleater is still quite a ways a bit from the finish line.
Yep, it's coming to lap. Wolf up ahead. Maverick, of course, like I said, was contact at the last corner. We didn't really see it.
It's still a bit of a gap. Few car lengths, about 5 or so. Yeah, Maverick's gone wide a little bit there. Unless
Dan makes a mistake, I think Dan Lazie's going to get another great podium for the Cadillacs.
Saying Dan should have given that podium up for forcing him off, and of course he definitely slowed him down into the last corner. I'm pretty certain there, and the contact.
It wasn't that.
Off!
Is he gone?
He's spun it.
I told you, anything can happen in racing, and it usually does.
Pressure.
Off he goes.
That's either the rush of adrenaline or pressure from Maverick.
Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
MKG is crossed the line. Wolf has crossed the line and is lagging all over the place. Maverick
Maverick's gonna get his first podium.
Through the last corner.
Apparently Maverick.
Danzy's
for me, Maverick's in 5th place.
Yeah,
but,
don't worry, it's a glitch. Maverick comes to the line, beating
to take 3rd place.
Him then to be 3rd, so into second.
A very
Stop talking over each other!
3rd place. I heard a crash, so what that was, but a very well deserved 3rd place from Maverick there.
Wolf just
Wolf's not happy.
Wolf is not happy. What the boop is that?
I think there will be a few sparks of argumentative chat in the forums. But racing's racing, and you have to...
Huge inquiry into that
Soul Sleater's incident.
Yeah, there'll be inquiry into that, perhaps. Of course, Mavericks got past, so did a brilliant job. And of course, Rip It Up said he should give the podium up. Well, he certainly did give that podium up spectacularly.
Nonetheless, a very entertaining race. Unfortunately, 4 retirements. It was Dan Speed being our first one, qualified into 2nd position, an absolute amazing lap. And then got an absolute blinder start, and then unfortunately had issues with his steering wheel and had to retire. Closely followed by Flayboy, who retired for an unknown reason. followed by Dark Aussies, who retired due to lack of pace, and then we had that unfortunate event with Sol Solita and Madman Sam, which forced Madman Sam to retire in a fit of rage, most likely. It's going to be it's going to be guaranteed. It's going to be guaranteed that incident is going to be reviewed, and both points of views are going to need to be reviewed. But that is the race over at Oschersleben GP for Group 2 GT3.
Indeed, well, in fitting words of that, we shall see you all next time. And surprisingly of the day, Wolf didn't disconnect. And on that bombshell, it's time to end. Thank you very much for watching. Good night. I ain't ended the stream yet.